My name is John Merrow. I'm a retired journalist, and the guy on the other side of the camera, named Bob Greenberg, is a former teacher. It occurs to me that behind every person who achieves any kind of success is a teacher, which makes me think of the favorite series that I did when we were working in television. We decided to interview famous people about the teacher who made them what they were. And we interviewed Jesse Jackson, the first President Bush, Bill Clinton, and a couple of other, Felicia Rashad, a couple of other people. And what we did was not interview them per se, we wanted to find the teacher who made them who they were. So Bill Clinton was a tough one. He was running for president at the time. So my colleague, John Telenko, went to a rally where Clinton was working the rope line. And when he got Clinton's hand, he wouldn't let go until Bill Clinton told him the name of the teacher who changed his life. He wouldn't let go. Clinton's pulling away, and John holds on until he finally gets a name, Paul Root, down in Arkansas. So we go down to interview Paul Root. Same thing with Jesse Jackson. His teacher was down in South Carolina. Felicia Rashad, a high school teacher in Houston, Texas. George H.W. Bush, a teacher who was living up in Maine. We went to meet those teachers and got them to talk about what they did. And there was one constant, and I would urge that everyone who's going to be a teacher or is a teacher who has kids, this is what matters, that the teacher holds those kids to a high standard. We don't hold kids to a high enough standard. We turn them into numbers, test scores, but we need higher expectations for all kids, and that was true with George H.W. Bush, Jesse Jackson, Felicia Rashad, Bill Clinton. These were teachers who would not let kids do substandard work. Now, Bob Greenberg is going around talking to people about the teachers who made a difference. And I think every one of us should look at that series and look for constants as people talk about the teachers who made a difference. Because that's what matters most, expecting a lot from kids and then helping them get there. Failure is part of the deal. Failure is part of the deal, and that's okay. It's not a gotcha game. Education is not a gotcha game. And the best example of that is WD-40. Now, you probably have some WD-40 in your house, but I bet you don't know why it's called WD-40. The two scientists who were trying to create this material, they were trying to cash in on the space age, they kept meticulous records. They wanted something that would be water dissoluble, WD, and they kept meticulous records. The first one they tried, they called WD1. Well, how many times did they fail before they got to one that worked? That's a lesson kids need to know, teachers need to remember. It's about failing, getting up and trying again, setting high standards and helping kids get there. Thank you.